it, more so because I'm not a native English speaker. Even though India was a British colony for 200 years, I still get people come to me and say, it's fascinating, like, you speak such good English, but I was like, if the English were there for 200 years, a lot of people are going to speak great English. That's just how it works. But yes, it's not a native language, and and in ESL, especially when you move out of India and start doing ESL jobs, people are going to pick out, mistakes. And I mean, I'm not perfect, especially I need to work on things like pronunciation, because I have been reading all my life, and my vocabulary is a lot from books, more than from videos, which is how the modern generation is a lot like. So yeah, I have to work on myself all the time, but I feel passionate because I realize how important English is. I realize the stigmas. I know at first hand the stigma associated with not knowing it, and the challenges you experience when you are learning it, when there are so many problems that come your way. And I really want to help people. Like, I really believe in that, especially young people. It's a joy. It's a good teaching is a good experience. It's one of the best professions. It doesn't pay. People don't really think you're doing something great, like you're not breaking the world, you're not really making something special. People often say that, but it's every teacher will tell you it's a very satisfying experience. So yeah, because it's teaching and you're giving people what you have, your skills, you're imparting them, and because I realized the importance of English and how it's working, and I've seen it closely and experienced it closely. I would really want to help people.
That's good.
I feel like I've spoken so much.
Don't worry, it's okay. Now we're gonna give a little space to Geronimo so that he can tell us his own experience about ESL, because he also had a real kind of interesting story around it. Can you tell us something? Do you remember the time that we spoke on the class?
Yeah.
Can you tell us something about what happened the first time that you went to USA, and how was it?
The first time I went to USA, it was really something else, because one, I did not know the language, so it was really difficult for me to even communicate with my own peers in my class. Someone had to really translate what recess was, what lunch was. Like, I did not know anything. I was literally bugging the kid next to me. Hey, what did the teacher say? Hey, what did the teacher say? What did the teacher say? And then I had a nice enough peer that he was telling me, hey, no, it's lunchtime. No, it's math time. It's this and that. But what really hit me when I went to the United States was, okay, I could get away with it with someone telling me that. But the first time an actual test was put in front of me, I broke down. I couldn't figure out. I know there were words, letters, but I couldn't understand it. I couldn't process what the actual test was actually telling me or wanted from me. So what I did was break down and cry. And ever since that, I was like, no, that's never going to happen to me or anyone ever again. And that's what really made me step up and learn English. People have told me that I speak pretty good English, and I hope they're right. And yeah, I've basically ever since then, I've been helping people over there who crossed from Mexico over to the United States, help them better their English and understand what English really is. And some people really want to learn it, and they have, but other people just don't. But I guess it's kind of everybody's choice if they want to learn it or not, because it's there, especially in the United States, since we use English basically every day. But where I was raised in California, it's very diverse. There's a lot of cultures, so maybe that's something that really affected the people that grew up there, that you could get away with not learning English as well, because if you were a Mexican or Latino, there was a Latino community there for you. If you were from Europe and didn't know, like, let's say from India, I've had some good Indian friends, some of them didn't speak that well English because they had their own little community there. Like, that's something that really was different over there, because you could get away with not learning English, but it didn't really affect you in the long run.
Yes, and I don't know if we can have like a sort of communication between the both of you. So You remember that I told you, Geronimo, I don't know if you can prepare some material or questions for Fuera.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
She,
uh-huh.
she already basically said everything that I was gonna ask, but I do have a few things that I've been wondering. How was it volunteering in other parts of India? Is there a difference in areas? That some people are more attracted to English depending on the area they're from, or how do they look at English over there?
English is status in India. If you speak good English, it's status. I think it goes back to the colonization thing. But yes, people do want to speak good English because that's what gets you jobs. Even inside India, that's what gets you jobs. So, how was it teaching? I've done a project in which I was teaching mostly young girls from what we call what are schools that not very privileged people would go to. They were very enthusiastic. I thought more so because they were girls. Because I think if you're a girl, especially not from a very high strata of the society, you know it's not going to be handed out to you in your life. So, it was, they work very hard to learn because they know that's how they will build their lives. So, mostly, that's the approach.
Okay. Yeah, because over here in Mexico, like depending on what area, it's more sought after to learn English. Like in tourist areas, like our capital or border states with with the United States, or like I said, tourist place. Like that's where it's more sought after.
Definitely.
But in some areas, they're like, oh, well, tourists don't come here. We don't really have to learn it. It's not a necessary to actually learn it. But in those areas, people are like, no, I need to learn English. English. Is it like that in India? In certain places, it's more like, oh, it's a must. In other areas, it's like, oh, it's English. I'm just going to be doing this and that in my life. It's not really necessary.
There's a lot of history of English in India. It's not like here. You have a history of Spanish, and we have a history of English. So there is definitely far more exposure if you're in India to English. And yes, it's the same thing too. Like tourism does push people to speak English. But there are just so many factors. I think that urbanization is a big factor. The more urban a place is, the more people are likely to want to learn English because then the awareness of what it does for you really grows. Tourism is another factor, like you said. We have the many factors. I don't know if I can just list them.
No, maybe we should make another conversation about how the colonization has helped in another places. Like for example, the type of colonization that you have from the British and the type of colonization that we have here in Mexico, and furthermore, the way that we approach to the English area in these countries, because it's not their first language. You know, they have been pushed to talk in another language. Like for example, in India, there are many languages, right?
Yeah.
And they have to be pushed. And they have to be pushed like to speak in English rather than speaking in their own language because of the colonization.
I don't know that nobody gets up their own language. Most Indians are not just bilingual, they're multilingual. It's not very uncommon because then you have your own language in the state you grew up in, like me. I'm from a different state in India.